Well, happy to have you, but in your case, I can't say Holi hai, who Holi rather. So what was it about this festival that inspired you so much?
Well, with our brand, with Hue, Health Ultimatum, we like to use the platform of like our marketing campaigns to do something other than like slap my face on there. I'd like to give volume and visibility to other cultures around the world, and like help to like spread people's message, or have other communities that might not necessarily see them, give them an opportunity to experience something different. And so you think about like some of the most beautiful people on the planet are, like, in my opinion, from Africa and from India, and there's from light to dark, dark to light in both of those countries, and they're incredibly vivid human beings to begin with, but then their customs and the aesthetic of their customs are just as beautiful. And the Holi Festival sort of is like the perfect example. And people are literally throwing color around. Like in my country, like they throw shade sometimes. They say, people throw shade, but here they actually throw color. That's beautiful to me.
This is your first trip to India. So what were the images of this country that have fascinated you?
Again, you just have like beautiful, just a beautiful array of like people who live here. What is it, like 1.1 billion?
A little more than that.
An incredible culture that is teeming with history, and my thing was I just wanted to experience it. Just wanted to come here and be in it and around it and just absorb it as much as I could.
And also Holi is a festival of acceptance where the lines of disparity are blurred. It's of acceptance, compassion, and coming together. Somewhat, that's also a reflection in your creations, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and that's always our intention, is to sort of like, is to give diversity as many opportunities to present itself as possible. That's what we try to do with our platform.
And also, you somewhere said that you hate hashtags. Now, we've become, I could say, a world where hashtags rule. So what is it about hashtags that you just cannot bear? Because now everything is a hashtag. How you're feeling is a hashtag. What you're doing is a hashtag.
Well, I just feel like it's annoying when people come up with them and they don't stick. I don't think I know anyone who's created one that sticks. Now, the ones that do create them that stick, I love them. I think it's awesome. But I just meant for myself, like I hate when I come up with hashtags. They never work. But I like them, like the Never Again hashtag in America, where like the kids from Parkland, from that school where there was just that mass shooting, those kids stood up, and like there's Emma Gonzalez and this other kid, David Hogg. There's like a bunch of them, and they're like, they created the hashtag Never Again. And I think I support that, and I think it's amazing. Those are the kind of hashtags I like, the ones that like really stand for something.
I know we don't want to talk about happy. Happy has been made us all very happy, but the world today is a world that's really overshadowed by sadness, and also somewhere your music has always been a platform where it's articulated the changes you want to see. It's also kind of political in your songs. Like your alt group, rap group, Nerd. I mean, the last album that you created in December had, political overtones too. So are you anything like your radical catalog, like your catalog of music?
I suppose my catalog is a byproduct of like whatever I was going through at the time. And with this new No One Ever Really Dies album, the Nerd album, it was just so much going on in America, and still. And when you're a kid and you go to a theme park, it's just like all dreamy. There's just like nothing but imagination. As you get older, you recognize that there are people who are working there. And then you get a bit older and you recognize that there's actually mechanics behind all of the machinery that's there. It's actually machinery. There are gears and pistons and rods and sprockets and wheels that were created to help contribute to this illusion that you're in some magical place. And that's what I try to do with the music, with that album, is like stuff that's like incredibly layered, and when you peel back the layer, you see all of the inner workings, the gears that are turning to help contribute to that sound, all of the sounds that are conspiring to help make that chord or make that bed of music. And that's what I tried to do, was like give it as many layers as was necessary to help give you the theme part feeling and sensation, but never trying to fool you and making you think that it was anything other than mechanics, by just peeling back the layers and then putting them back. That's what I try to do musically.
And also your music, do you think is actually, you have a platform with you to bring about change and also to voice your opinion?
It's just that I've been doing this for so long, and I feel so much gratitude, is that like in anything that I do creatively, I just try to like make sure that gratitude and self-analysis and positive encouragement is just embedded in anything that I do, whether it's like a t-shirt or it is a bass line. I just try to like hide as much medicine as I can in the sugar, because that's like, at this point, like I don't consider it a requirement for an artist to reflect the times. That's me imposing my views and conditions on other people. But I think for me, I've just been doing it for so long that I need to, at all times, people should discern gratitude in anything that I do or say.
And also, you'd once said that the world would be a better place if women ruled it. Yeah. And you've also paid tribute to women. So do you think now we should just like get the women in power, because the men don't seem to be doing a great job of it?
Well, for thousands of years, it's like been more of a patriarchal thing, right? It's like more based on what men think. But I think women are humanity, right? Like we all come from women, right? And that there's nothing against men, obviously. Like I'm a man. I'm nothing against men. I'm just saying it'd just be awesome to see women in positions of power, to see how, it'd just be awesome to see how it felt. And, what's that going to do? What is that going to change, is what some people would say. But man, we've never felt that. We've never had, a woman's hands within reach of the nuclear codes, or, just positions of power, period. It just never happens. Instead it's the exact opposite. Instead women are not necessarily treated the same. They don't make the same as men. Sure. There's so many different disparities, and there are things that women go through that men would never understand. It only takes a man a couple of minutes to make a child, but a woman has to carry a child for 9 months. Or I often say there are things that women go through monthly that a man would never understand. And on top of not understanding that, those same women still go to work and do whatever it is that they need to do. We as men, we
need more men like you who bring out the...
We never experienced that before, right? So it would just, it'd just be interesting to see what women would do if they were in control of the nuclear codes, or some of the policies that deal with space, because they know what it takes to make a life. They have to carry it, right? So they would have different considerations when it came time to taking one.
And also now, since you're in India, what's on your India wish list? And we heard that you managed to pick up a few Hindi words as well.
I only know pani means water. That's it.
All right.
I know a couple of the deities in the Hindu religion, but that's just because I just like that. I find it so fascinating that the culture is, much older than what the West cares to ever admit mankind's been around, or civilized man has been around. But I think it's really interesting.
So anything on your India wish list since you're here? Are you aware of our Hindi film industry, Bollywood?
Yeah, of course. Who's not?
So who are your favorite stars?
I don't know. This is more of a learning experience for me. So I don't profess to come here and know everything. This is more I'm here as a sponge and a student.
Yeah, and you said that you saw, I mean, that's what you said in one of your interviews, that you were observing life and you were a student in this life. So what that you could learn, pick up stuff to create.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So also, since you've collaborated with the best in the music industry, who is on your wish list now? Who would you want to collaborate with?
I don't know. I never know until it like sort of hits me and then you kind of just go do it. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm open.
And what more can we expect from you? Are you working on a particular album now? 2018. What will 2018 bring from Pharrell Williams?
Just more so as a producer. Just producing other people's work. As an artist, we're just about to hit the road for the NERD album, which is fascinating.
And also living life in the spotlight when there's always pressure to be better than what you've created last. So how do you deal with those anxieties?
Oh, I don't think about those things because I can't control it.
And also, lastly, do you feel like in Hollywood there was whole talk about disparity and all? Do you think it's finally, it's finally come, Hollywood is realizing and acknowledging diversity?
Oh, I think Hollywood is just the beginning. There's just disparity and gender equality across the board. Just needs to change. To just single out Hollywood is a mistake, right? It's the plight of women, period. And man's relationship with women within mankind. Like that's what we need. That's what it is necessary across the board, not just in Hollywood or in the music industry. It's necessary everywhere.
And do you enjoy creating music for films, or that's just part of that? Is it different, your approach, when you're making your singles and making music for your movies?
Yeah, it's all very different.
Okay, and lastly, would you like to give a message for your fans in India?
Oh man, I'm so happy to be here and just looking forward to all of these experiences. India is a very big country and there's so many people here, and just excited to just experience it for once.
And you have a Holi party with one of our actors all planned up for tomorrow.
We probably do. That I don't know. I'm like terrible with scheduling. I don't know what day it is right now, but it's an awesome one.
All right, and it was happy Holi, and thank you for speaking to us. And hope I hope there's a Pharrell Williams tour in India very soon.
Your mouth to God's ears.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Yes, ma'am.